to the today's session. Today we'll have our guest speaker, Dr. Milan Gupta sir. Today's topic will be of the following uh, prospect and challenges of budding homeopaths with recommended solution. This will be the today's topic. And coming on to the introduction of the speaker, sir. Milan Gupta sir is an eminent researcher, successful practitioner, and a popular teacher in the dip
Hello.
and teacher of Department of Metra Medica of D&D Homeopathy Medical College and Hospital, Kolkata. Sir has passed out BHMS from University of Calcutta and completed MD Homeopathy degree in 2005. He is an experienced viral researcher in homeopathy since
Dr. Milan Sengupta from Kolkata. My introduction is already given by Dr. Lavana. So, homeopath with recommended solution. All of you know that every homeopath, when they are starting their career, they are feeling there is a insecurity in their life when they start their career. So in that respect, my aim is to say something about them, because I'm a senior homeopath and my practicing experience is more than 35 years. My teaching experience is more than 20 years. My research experience is more than 14, 15 years. So naturally, from that angle, it is my aim to share something with those budding homeopaths, those who are feeling insecure when they are starting their career. We know, please second slide. Second slide, please. We know that, second slide, please. We know that nowadays people are looking for the medical care that doesn't come with side effect, and initially it is the key of popularity of the bright prospect of the homeopathy in our country. We know that a well-trained and experienced homeopathic practitioner can work as a medical officer at various private as well as government homeopathic hospital. We know it. And different healthcare center also in our country to relieve the burden of patients in various hospitals, especially the conventional medicine, hospital of conventional medicines and of different system of medicines. And homeopathy is now, we know that, a popular system of medicine and increasing day by day all over the country. And what are the main points of this popularity? Is it the homeopathic system, especially the homeopathic drugs, is cost effective, or in other causes? That is a separate angle, that is a separate discussion. I will not go through this. But my aim to share these things, that as per media report, that more than 60% of the people, they are used homeopathy before treated allopathy. We know that that's why homeopathic system facing a challenges from the national and international level from some part of the modern medicine and other system of medicine. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So, in our next portion of our lecture, we just overviewed some lines from Mahatma Gandhi. The homeopathy has engraved its name and popularity among the various schools of medicine. Especially in India, homeopathy has been a popular medical system accepted by the significant part of the population. And who recommended the homeopathy, the second largest therapeutic system in the world. The importance of the homeopathy in India can also be understood by the famous quote of Mahatma Gandhi. We know it, that homeopathy cures a larger percentage of the cases than any other system of treatment and is beyond doubt safer and more economical. So whether it is the main cause behind the popularity of the homeopathic system or not. Next slide, please. Now, next slide, please. So now the next slide, we are going through those points, the prospect in our country regarding homeopathy. Again, we know it that India is the largest homeopathic infrastructures in the world, and Ministry of Ayush, we know that there is a separate ministry has been formed here in this country, and that's why the homeopathic system has got some opportunity, especially to develop their system throughout the country. And the Ministry of Ayush has received an allocation of 3,050 crores in the union budget in the year 2022-23, increase of 2.6% from 21-22, when rupees 2,970 crores was earmarked for it. So it's a huge amount of money which is allocated for the homeopathic system. But the allocation is not enough for this large country like India. Next slide, please. So it is nothing but the prospect. Next slide, please. And in earlier period, homeopathic education was started as diploma, that is DMS or DHMS, with different nomenclature under the State Council of Homeopathy in each states of India. We know it. And so many DMS doctors, especially, their number is huge in all throughout the country. And from 1975, BHMS course starts under the Calcutta University, especially in West Bengal, and now it is going on under the West Bengal University of Health Science. MD degree is there, and initially starts under the Calcutta University. After that, now it is under the West Bengal University of Health Science in our state, that is the West Bengal. But this course is already under the different health science university in the different state. And PhD, that is also ongoing now in West Bengal, that is under the West Bengal University of Health Science, and under the Rajasthan University, there is also the PhD going on. So naturally, it is a prospect, it is a scope in front of the budding homeopaths to know more about the homeopathic system. In the depth study of the homeopathic system, it is their scope, and it is also a great research. It is also a great scope in research. Next slide, please. So, over the years, the effectiveness of the homeopathic medicine has grown manifold thanks to the ongoing research in this field, and this has also led to an increase in the career opportunities it offers to the students. In past, due to lack of government support, all of the homeopathic medical colleges were run privately, and infrastructure was very poor, with the poor job opportunities. We know it. But under the 1994, the state homeopathic medical colleges were recognized as government of, especially in our state, in West Bengal. There are many government homeopathic medical colleges in India also, but in our state, that is under the state government, there is running of 4 medical colleges, and in our state there is one central government medical college, that is the NIH, that is the National Institute of Homeopathy. As a larger number of homeopathic medical officers were recruited by the government since then till date on primary health centers, and Faculties are recruited in different homeopathic medical colleges with infrastructure development. So these are the scope. Next slide, please. Not only that, there is so many, next slide, please. Not only that, there is so many scopes in our state as well as India. Next slide, please. There is the job opportunities in RBSK scheme. The large number of BHMS and MD doctors are now engaged in RBSK scheme, and they regularly confer their duties in public health system with fidelity. So a big opportunities is added if they used properly to treat the patient directly by homeopathic medicine to enrich the homeopathic system in clinical field. Here is some problem. In recent pandemic, the service was remarkable, but unfortunately, their vigorous effort was ignored and did not attain proper regard in this respect. So if we use those doctors, especially in RBSK scheme, properly, and if we arrange, if we deputate them to treat those children in school level, so it will be enough scope for the doctors, and it will be enough opportunities in front of the homeopathic doctors to propagate and to proliferate and to develop their system. Next slide, please. So there are big job opportunities in this field in India now, and nowadays people are looking for the medical care that does not come with untoward side effects. A well-trained and experienced homeopathic practitioner can work as medical officer at various private as well as government homeopathic hospitals, we know, and they are conferred their duties regularly from their clinic, from their primary health centers and like that. And in our state, there is so many medical officers, they confer their duties in such a manner that sometimes the number of patient is more than the allopathic branch. So large number of HMO were appointed in West Bengal and in other state also, in other state with high salaries. Next slide, please. So job opportunities is there, and another apart from job opportunities, there is another sector which is free from, which is a free area, a free zone for every pass out newcomer homeopathic doctors, and they can start their practice as a private medical practitioner in homeopathic independently. After some years of work, BHMS and MD doctors or degree holders, they can open their own clinics as well as they can practice independently in their private clinic. So massive number of homeopathic physicians and practice regularly in every corner of the country satisfactorily and rendered their service to alleviate the suffering humanity from high to low income group. We know that it is very much feasible for those low income group, feasible system of treatment, feasible for those person, those poor person, they can easily afford it. So next slide, please. So apart from this private practice, next slide, please. Apart from these private practice, there is some another part and most important part of our system in health education service. Our budding homeopaths, in front of them there is a very, very important scope, especially in this in the field of education service. We know that need of an ideal homeopathic institution, because budding clinicians, teachers and researchers will be fostered there, we know it. So they develop there. So naturally these education service and every hospital and the medical college and hospital, we need so many high infrastructure and high-end facilities is should be available there. Homeopathic institution in India, more than 200, and government plus 5 private. In our state, government colleges 4, private colleges 7, and central institution is 1. And there is so many private and government colleges are in different state of our country. So budding homeopaths, if the good students, if he is a good student, if he has a good academic career, they can easily apply in this field, and they may take these opportunities and flourish himself, though as well as in teacher as well as in good clinician. The vast knowledge faculties with qualitative expertization is required to teach the students and develop their academic skill of the above institute. So homeopathic doctors can even work faculty member in government as well as private homeopathic medical colleges to undertake research work after their MD and PhD degree in homeopathic institute recognized by the NHC, Government of India. Next slide, please. So there is enough scope in homeopathic research also. Please, next slide. Enough scope in homeopathic research also. Research wings in the most important part of the homeopathic institute. We know that if the research wings of a system is not strong, is not equipped enough, is not highly educated, if there is the absence of highly expertization in research field, the system will not be developed. We know that in every system they have research wings, and by that research wings they develop their system vigorously. So the research output can be measured by number of publications of good quality research paper published in high impact factor journal. It is an important criteria to measure the performance of the qualitative and ideal homeopathic institution. We know that if that particular institution, they are devoting themselves, especially the faculties, especially the new budding homeopaths, if they appointed as a teacher there, so they flourish themselves. If they are doing good qualities of research and published in a good journal, good impact factor journal, naturally the institutional name and fame will be gradually up and up, and they can confer their good service for the humanity, for the suffering humanity. Next slide, please. So scope in homeopathic research is, next slide, please. The scope in homeopathic research is definitely a new horizon in our field, that is the homeopathic system. Next slide, please. So scope in homeopathy. Next slide, please. So scope in homeopathy, there are different scope. I'm already mentioned about the service, already mentioned about the that is a private service, that is a government homeopathic medical officer, that is a also there is the research wings. And now I am telling something about the opportunities in research. In India, Central Council of Research for Homeopathy, established in the year 1978, you know, and now working under the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, in these apex body for homeopathic research. They conduct their research on the modern scientific parameter, but it is a matter of great concern about the direction of the research. So many persons are there, so many budding homeopaths are there also, and they are also appointed as a research officer there. But the question is that after a big budget, they are getting a big budget, but it is in future the question will come, what is the return of that budget. So there must be a question that appear, the direction of the research. If the direction of the research is not proper, our problem, especially in homeopathic system, that will not solve properly. So direction of the research, without which homeopathy will not be recognized as evidence-based science or evidence-based system. Now it is a high time to introspect regarding direction of the research with its proper format. Now the research area of CCRH, we know there's a clinical research, the intramural and extramural. Any budding homeopath, they are doing research on extramural part. If they are not under any institution, they can privately do it. So naturally, there is a drug proving research, clinical verification research, drug standardization research, survey, collection, cultivation of medical plant research, and literary research, collaborative research with other center of excellence. My experience in this collaborative research is a beautiful experience, because I was a research associate under CCRH, where there is a collaborative research was going on with the School of Tropical Medicine in the year 2007, and that research, from that research, the homeopathic system really enriched because of a medicine that was the belladonna, that was 200, which was very much effective to combat or to inhibit the action, to inhibit against the Japanese virus infection, and the paper was already published from American Journal of Virology and others different journal of the world. So naturally, the collaborative research, because of that, their infrastructure, School of Tropical Medicine in Biology department, their infrastructure is high, and they recruit me as a research associate. So naturally, it is also a scope if the collaborative research is with the different center of excellence is increased. So budding homeopath, they can get a chance to do their research work from those institute. Next slide, please. So it's a great opportunity in research. Next slide, please. So opportunities are such things that sometimes that will not be offered by institution. Next slide, please. Sometimes if particular budding homeopaths, they can create their own opportunities either in research field, because in clinical they have a clinics, they are doing their clinical research from their own private clinic. Now to conduct those research following technical personnel are essential. We know that is the junior research fellow, that is the senior research fellow, a research officer, a research associate, as program associate, and as consultant. It is my opportunity, as well as it is my great, which I am telling that it's a great opportunity in front of, it was a great opportunity in front of me, and still I am also there. I am a consultant of the Dr. Anjali Chatterjee Regional Research Institute, and naturally there under the Department of Virology, naturally every budding homeopath in future, after their experience, they will get this chance. So now it is the wide field for job opportunities in homeopathy to skilled homeopathic doctors. So skill is important, and rest of the things is a byproduct. If a budding homeopath, they are well skilled, they are they have the vast knowledge, especially they will get a job, and from either in government sector or in private sector. Next slide, please. So these opportunities is also in drug manufacturing unit. We know that there is so many drug manufacturing unit in our country, and big pharma house in there, either in our state in West Bengal there is a big pharma house like that of the Honeyman Publishing Company, like that of the other company also. It's a small company also. But in those pharma house, they our budding homeopath, they impart their expertization on technical part of the drug manufacturing and its standardization, including research. So they get their chance as a to confer their service as a quality controller or quality assurance executive. Next slide, please. Now, in this aspect, we are giving, please slide, please. We are giving so many points, so many important points. Slide, please. So many important points, especially in opportunities as well as in other things. Slide, please. So after these opportunities, we are going to, slide, please. After these opportunities, we are going to another things in another point, that is challenges on the way of prospect. So prospect are so many there, but the prospect is such, there must have some challenges. So to find out those challenges in every institution, that may be the homeopathic institution, that may be the other type of institution, whatever may be. If you face those challenges, there is a analytical process by which the management or the by which the government or the by which every individual homeopath, they can easily analyze their service. They can easily analyze their service by a special analytical method. That method is SWOT analysis, SWOT. That means S for scope, S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunities, and T for threat. So it should be adopted in our system also as soon as possible. Otherwise, what type of service we delivered from our system to the community or to the population, that will not be properly judged. So this SWOT analysis, especially which is our strength, which is our weakness, and which is the opportunities, and which is the threat in front of our system, not fully accepted by the major part of the modern scientific community. So these things, the main things, the challenges, it is not fully accepted by the major part of our in front of the modern scientific community, we know. And most of them, they are told these things, that it is a pseudoscience, it is not a science at all. And not only that, our mechanism of action of the medicine is still unknown. So skeptic, they designated as pseudoscience. A big threat imposed by the international and national conventional drug lobby against homeopathic therapeutic system to restrain the prospect proliferations, propagations worldwide, including our country and our state. So this is always present in front of the budding homeopaths. So they faced it, and it is their skill to face those challenges and overcome those challenges, overcome those threats by their skill. So skill development is very much important for the budding homeopaths. Next, please. Next slide, please. So by this SWOT analysis, we can measure it. Slide, please. We can measure it properly. What is the weakness of our system? Lack of learn homeopathy profoundly and apply it in practice carefully and accurately. Due to lack of skilled faculties, clinicians and researchers, these things occur. Deficient knowledge of materia medica, lack of knowledge of homeopathic principles and philosophy. So if we don't know about the drug properly, So it is very, very difficult to apply those drugs in a case. And so it is, as a teacher, it is my advice and it is my recommendation to those budding homeopaths. Please, please, every subject is important. Every subject in our system is important, but most important is the homeopathic materia medica. So to know the homeopathy, to know the materia medica especially, it is my recommendation. Feel the remedy. Feel the remedy. If you feel a remedy, just you feel your father, your mother, like that. So no institution is necessary. No institution is necessary to feel your father or mother like that. You must feel the drug like that of the Briaria, like that of the aconite, like that of the belladonna. So if you feel those picture of that particular drug, you can easily apply it in your clinics, in your practical field. So apart from this, there is a gun, but without bullet. So organon is a bullet, and materia medica is a bullet, and organon is a gun. So this gun is our gun, is our organon. That means there is a homeopathic principles and philosophy. And not only that, there is a poor understanding of true measuring and real process of cure as well as palliation. Lacking of reproving older drugs in Indian people. Lacking of, because of, we know that in particularly in this point, most of the drugs, they are proved in Western countries, and they are in winter countries. So naturally, in our tropical countries, what is the actual picture? The people who are living in tropical countries, and whether there is any changes of those systems of those symptoms or not, that should be properly investigated by the drug proving in our tropical countries. Lacking of proving more on the indigenous drugs. So it's a great source of, it will be a great source of homeopathic medicine if the indigenous drug is proved in our country also. Lacking of proper infrastructure in different homeopathic hospital and institution. Next slide, please. So there is a analysis by which we can measure ourselves actually where we stand. The deficient knowledge of allied subject for proper diagnosis and prognosis of the disease. So knowledge in anatomy, knowledge in physiology, knowledge in practice of medicine, knowledge in gynecology and surgery is very important, because during prognosis, if we say something about the prognosis, about the anamnesis of the particular patient, if you have, I'm telling about these things, especially for the budding homeopaths, that please study the allied subject properly. Otherwise, you cannot express yourself in front of the patient. If the patient asks you, sir, what is my disease and what will be in future of this disease? So if you want to say something, you must have knowledge on that particular field. Sometimes it has no direct impression on our prescription, but that's not all, because of sometimes it is also some important role to prescribe the drug. It has been also observed. So lack of knowledge to interpret an investigation report like X-ray, ECG, MRI, and scan report. This is definitely important things. Failure in clinical practice due to polypharmacy. That's a very wrong practice in homeopathy. If you do not practice by single medicine, because our main philosophy and principle is similar medicine, minimum dose, and singular medicine. If you not prescribe the singular medicine, you cannot if you prescribe more than 2-3 drugs, you cannot do any good second prescription, because it is not possible to know which drug actually acts here. So single prescription is very much necessary for the homeopathic system to propagate, to develop, to carried out the research in every sphere. Single medicine is very much important. Application of single medicine. Otherwise, you cannot do the proper second prescription, and you need not any result, and there is a failure. So I'm telling these things in front of the budding homeopaths. Wrong prescription, use of heroic doses, improper time of repetition, as well as hastiness of prescription. This is also the main problem. And lack of academic and clinical discussion by ROTP. There is important things which is not doing well in different colleges, especially in our state also and in other state also. So ROTP program is very much important to upgrade our knowledge, to update our knowledge in medical profession. Next slide, please. So this ROTP program, this knowledge on Maitreya Medica, knowledge on organon, these are the most important points in front of the budding homeopath especially. So the recommended solution, what are those solutions? Just I am delivered it in front of our budding homeopaths. Addressing these challenges, and in the budding homeopaths in India can establish successful careers and contribute to the growth and development of homeopathic system. There is some following recommendation and helpful to you, my dear budding homeopaths. First one, homeopathic education and training. Second one, the professional development and networking. Third one, the clinical experience and research. And the fourth, there's the business and entrepreneurship. Fifth, there's the regulatory and advocacy efforts. And next, there's the awareness and promotion. And lastly, there's the mentorship and support. So these are the solutions by which you can face the challenge, by which you can overcome those challenges. Next slide, please. So these are the recommended solution. So the conclusion is that the prospect in homeopathy growing gradually, and new avenues are opened day by day for the new generation of homeopath. So the budding homeopaths are highly attracted now to study homeopathy and accept it as a career. Irrespective of erroneous prospect, high salaried job opportunities, high chair in homeopathic institution, huge earnings in profession, high price car, a big beautiful home with name and fame, I conclude my topic to remember these infallible words by Dr. Roberts. He said this: what future has homeopathy to offer you? What future has homeopathy to offer you, young man? What have you to offer homeopathy? Homeopathy is a profession, career. Homeopathy as a profession, homeopathic system especially as a profession carries the challenges, and the possibilities of its art are infinite. So there is enough opportunities, there is enough scope, there is enough name and fame, and you can, after huge earning, you can build up a big house and big beautiful house. Everything will be in future in your pocket, but if you have that skill. Thank you, everybody. So the divine prospect, finally I wind up my conclusion to pay my tribute to our master, Dr. Hahnemann. Though his divine words, the physician who enters on his work in the spirit become directly assimilated to the divine creator of the world, whose human creatures he helps to preserve. The whole approval renders him thrice blessed. So the prospect of homeopathy to a homeopath is to alleviate the the suffering of tormented humanities, to restore the sick to health with above spirit. Thank you, everybody. I don't know how much I delivered in front of those budding homeopaths. So you'll give this feedback to me in future, and I'm waiting for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for enlightening us with the session. Respected participants, the session is open for question and answer. If anyone have any questions related it, they are welcome actually. Sir, I think you have enlightened them with your lecture the most, sir. So there are no questions actually. So we would like to conclude the session. Thank you all the participants for their active participants even in the Diwali. First of all, thank you so much everyone. First of all, thank you, sir, Dr. Milan Gupta, sir, for your session. Thank you for giving us your valuable time for the enlightening session. Thank you.
Please give me some feedback. I want a feedback from your end also, from those who are now in as a delegate who are present here. I want some feedback after my lecture. Okay.
Sure, sir. I think they will give actually. Thank you, Aisha, for the opportunity for conducting such webinars. Thank you, Homeopathy 360 Degrees, for our media partner, for giving us a collaboration with us. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, there was a feedback that it was awesome. Thank you, sir. From Komal Sharma, sir.
Kya feedback?
It was awesome. Thank you, sir. Like that, she has written, sir. Participant name Komal Sharma, sir.
Komal Sharma. From which state?
Sir, actually, Delhi,
Okay.
sir. She's from Delhi, sir.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. A very happy Diwali. Thank you all.
Thank you. Happy Diwali. That's all.